We are live. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're feeling great. Whenever I go live, I often think of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And in my mind, I'm hearing, I wanted to have a neighbor just like you. That's going on in my head because I feel like that's what this is. I want to connect with you and be here with you and help to give you free tools, free tips, free support. So you are able to implement these things into your life, that you are removing stress and strain and negative thinking and judgment on yourself and perfectionism and anxieties and things you don't need to have on you. And I do that because I want to, right? Because I can. Kind of like the Mickey Mouse thing, because he loves you, M-O-U-S-E. Because I care about you. I care about human beings. I've gone through so many of these things myself. And I feel like if there were people along the way who helped me, which there were, then why can't I be that person along the way who helps somebody else? So that's who I am. That's what I'm here for. Tammy Workman-Lopez, or Coach Tammystar. My company is Sparks Hope. And today you're going to be seeing on my posts, master your life, master your destiny, taking things on. And this week we're in week 7, and you might be curious, like, what is that? Why are these weeks? Well, I'm actually writing an ebook, and each week is a new area that I have either worked on or my clients have worked on, and just things that I see are challenges. And so that's why I'm doing this, because I wanted to put it together and create this book for you so you have the support. But in addition, now you'll also have these recordings that you can come back to, and I'll include them in the ebook. So then it's not just an ebook, it's a video ebook, it's a support ebook. You've got these tools, you've got these tips, you've got these live sessions with me that you can keep coming back to. And then you take the time and you implement what we're talking about. And if you're like, you know what, I really would like your help to kind of walk me through this, then you would use that ebook as part of your support as we're working together as well. So if you want to do it on your own, you could. If you want to do it with me, you could. But either way, you now have these tools and these supports. All right, so before we get any further, I'd like for you to take a look down at the bottom and share this. Share this into your groups, share this on your page, share this with other people who don't even know that this is possible, right? You can also share it to your story. Looks like I was just able to do that. So you can share it in different ways, because there's so many people who want this kind of thing. They need this kind of thing for their own development, but they just don't know where to find it. They don't know how to get it. And you're the one who has the information to share with them. So go ahead and do that. I'm going to do that as well as I'm talking with you. Done. Just like that. Okay. So when you think about different challenges that you've got going on, does it feel sometimes like it's impossible? Right? Does it feel sometimes like you're literally asking me to walk on water? Super cool. The story about walking on water, I don't know if you know it specifically, but the disciples were in the boat. One got out, was literally walking on water. Jesus called him to him. But then, because he began to look at the storm and look at the water and look at his own fear, he began to sink. And then Jesus said, take my hand. And then he took his hand and pulled him back out. And so we might think, oh, he failed. We might think, oh, he had to ask for help. He would have sunk without it. But allow yourself to think about what he did do. He was the only one who stepped out. He was the only one who believed he could try it. He was the only one who believed, well, I was told I can do this, so I believe I can. And I'm going to put faith into that, and I'm going to try. So he stepped out of the belief of it's impossible and said, well, I'm being told it's possible. I'm going to try it. So he put aside what any other person would have said, no way, are you kidding? There's sharks in this water, or there's alligators in this water, or there's this huge storm, I'm going to drown. Instead, he said, okay, I believe it's impossible, but I'm going to try on a new belief. And I'm going to step out. And imagine when it worked. Has there been times that you've tried something and you were like, oh, it's so impossible? but for a minute, it worked. Or maybe you tried it and it didn't really work the way you wanted to, but you tried it and you didn't even think you could. Share those stories. Share what worked, share what didn't work. Because as we're going through this process together, we can see, oh, okay, it didn't work because of that, or it didn't work because of this. And then on the other hand, we say, oh, well, he had to get help. Yeah, loser. Why do we do that? Why do we do that to each other? Why do we do that to ourselves? Because somewhere along the line, we were taught we're supposed to do this by ourselves. You're supposed to be a rock. You're supposed to be an island. No, you're not. Those are incorrect teachings. They're just sometimes how we feel when we might feel alone or separate, but they're not true. We are made to be interdependent. You do not eat by yourself. You do not walk by yourself. You do not grow and develop by yourself. You need protection and you need help. You need food brought to you. You need support, nurturing, guidance, training. All that stuff comes from other people. We can't, you aren't born by yourself. You're born from another human being, a couple of them actually. Your mom is helped to give birth, right? There's somebody there to take the baby, usually. I mean, there are some stories where it was just mom, but in most cases, mom has help. Then you're taken care of. And we tend to think like, okay, at some point, we're supposed to do life by ourselves. We don't need to ask for help. Why would I need to ask for help? Why ask for help? Why not? You want someone to ask you for help if they need help and you have it to offer. You have a job or you have a business or you have, if you're a parent, or you have these skills, these tools you want to offer. You want someone else to ask you for that so you can help them. It's no different for you. You want somebody else to feel that same way. You want them to feel like they can offer their resources and their tools. Otherwise, you might say to somebody, well, let me know if you need help. They're not going to let you know because you don't ask for help from them. Or you might be somebody who comes across like, I don't need help. I've got this all together. What about what's going on inside? What's going on for you? Where are there places where if you had help, it would be so much easier? You might be carrying something on your own, but what if it just wasn't as heavy? What if somebody, even if they didn't carry it equally, what if they just lifted up a little and took some of the weight off? Oh, yeah, okay, I could see that. What if you have something that takes a lot of brain power, and if somebody was just giving you a little bit, it would give less pressure on you? So allow yourself to see that it's okay and essential for your well-being to remind yourself that you are an interdependent human being. We depend on each other. We don't have to be dependent on each other. That's where it can become negative, where we become afraid to move without the support of somebody else, or if we think we can't do something, or we're focused on the impossible, right? So allow yourself, I'm thinking of a little saying about Winnie the Pooh. He's like, I don't know why they say it's impossible, right? They say nothing's impossible. He's like, I do nothing every day. I know, it's a silly one. But allowing yourself to see that you can walk on water. You have been created to be amazing. You have been created to have a mind that can come up with things brand new. You have a mind that can allow yourself, check in on your ego, right? Whether you're feeling too low and not enough confidence, or you're feeling too high and your ego is too high and too prideful to ask for help. You want people to ask you for help. You want people to ask for your services, whatever it is, wherever you work or your own business. You've got to get yourself in a good place. And as you're doing that, then you're taking care of you. You're taking care of your life. You're mastering your destiny. And you deserve that. You totally deserve that. And so do those folks around you. And guess what? Today is the best day to start looking at that, because you know how we start the new year and we look at our resolutions and you know, a lot of times we're saying, stop saying resolutions anymore because we're now just dropping them and failing on them. And okay, call it a commitment, call it a promise, call it a revolution, call it a new word so you have a new relationship with it. But today is the benchmark to take a look at the things that you wanted to accomplish this year. Now we get this idea like, oh, I failed. Says who, right? You maybe didn't accomplish that goal and you failed that particular deadline, but you didn't fail it altogether. You just recommit and recreate a new deadline. Now, you don't blow smoke up your behind and just keep creating new deadlines and take no action. Your action sparks your hope. Your action removes your frustration. Your action removes the depression that you might feel stuck in by not taking action, by feeling too afraid or too anxious or too whatever it might be, right? I don't have enough resources. I'm too poor. I'm not smart enough. I'm, too stuck. I'm too busy. All those things. Let's take a look at them, right? Take a look at how your thoughts are blocking you, how your beliefs are blocking you, and shift them out of the way. And so that's the point of today. The point of today is to allow yourself to start looking at these things and becoming much more strategic with it, right? So, number one, the first thing you want to allow yourself to do, just like we were talking about, is take a look at what is the challenge, what's in your way, and define it clearly. Now, just as I shared with you, there could be several causes, and that's okay. You might not be able to kind of sparse this out on your own, and that's why it's important that you make sure that you're asking for support. You're getting that mentorship, that guidance. I've had it my whole life. I've had coaches all over the place. I've had therapists all over the place. You get them for what you need and they guide you through things. Sometimes you might find out it's not the right one. And so you find out, okay, I'm going to finish that up and I'm seeing what's missing there. Now I know what to look for over here. So sometimes you just don't know how to be specifically clear. So just start. No more excuses, no more putting your life off. I've watched too many people that aren't here anymore. And many of them were taking action. I'm like, whoa, they were blowing the world away and they're gone. So let's be that person who's taking action in your life. So that way, when you get to that last day, you could say, maybe there was some things I wanted to do. Maybe there was some growing I still want to have, but I've got no regrets. I took action on everything. Right? Feel that. Imagine yourself saying that. I took action on everything I wanted to do. Maybe I wasn't at my finale, but I was definitely taking steps. Cool. I got no regrets on anything. I can literally say that today. There are some things that I have sadnesses about because there are some other people I can't change and I would like that to be different, but I don't have a regret in who I was, right? And how I am and the prayers I say for them every day anyway, even though they might have been hurtful to me and rejecting to me. So I can still say prayers for them. I can still want the best for them. I could still say, God, please take away any negative energy around this because I don't want to carry it around with me every day. So you can totally do that. Even if you're not 100% clear, you can get clear, get support to get clear, okay? And don't blame yourself because you can't. You can't learn algebra just because you want to. You need guidance, you need support, you need somebody who's been there, who understands it, who can guide you through it. And if you're like totally great with algebra and you can teach yourself, then think about something you can't, like chemistry or marketing on Facebook. That one's a stickler for me. I'm still learning. So allow yourself to take a look at those things. That's really important. Number two, you're going to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time specific. Have your time deadlines. And that probably sounds familiar to you. Your SMART goals, SMART, right? Specific, measurable, attainable, relatable, and time specific. And you might say, well, I kind of get that, but how do I apply it to my own life? That's what we're talking about. Get that support, get that coaching. And guys, ChatGPT is something that I want you to continue learning about, and you want you to continue learning about. I have a group that I'm a part of now, and the host has been working with ChatGPT and sales and business for a couple decades now. And so you'll see in my post, it's going to be March 14th. Look for that post and get registered. You'll actually learn how to go through some of these processes on your own, and you'll get better and better and better, which is super cool. So you'll have that as a support to help and guide you as well. And get somebody who's already done it, who also knows, and if they know ChatGPT, they can help you in that regard too. So you get a full around wrap support. I think that's essential. Okay. So number one, you're going to get really clear on what it is that you need, where it is you want to focus, what's in your way, what are the root causes, and you don't have to do it yourself. Confirmation. Get that support so you can do it so much faster. And I'm guilty, right? I've spent years doing it myself, or getting a little bit here and a little bit there and a little bit there, until finally I said, bump this. And I started getting coaches, and I started moving faster and faster and faster. And I'm starting to see that within last year and this year, things are moving really fast, and my business is picking up. And I'm catching all kinds of things I didn't catch before in understanding on sales and marketing, and things are just looking better. My business is looking better. My outreach is looking better. The visual is looking better. All of these things, you deserve to get to have that. And with this company that I'm also working with, More Value Now, they're adding more value, right? So if you're interested, let me know, because I'd love to get you connected to them even more. Okay, so number 3, we're going to be taking a look at a strategic plan that outlines your actionable steps to achieving your goal. Now, tomorrow, I'm going to have these points listed out for you. So if you want this checklist, just put in the comments. Let's see, what did we ask for you to put in the comments? Put in the comments. Put in the comments the word. Too many crickets. I didn't put the word. That's why I can't find it. Okay, so you're going to put in the word, the comments, overcome challenges. That's going to be, I'm going to put that in there right now. Overcome challenges. And you'll get that checklist. Okay. And the idea is so that way you can keep coming back to it, because I know you might be like, oh, how am I going to remember these? That's how you're going to remember. So you'll be able to get that. I can send it to you in your DM. And you'll be able to keep coming back to this checklist. All right, so number 4. Number 4 is you're going to utilize available resources efficiently and effectively. What the heck does that even mean? Just like I mentioned, ChatGPT, getting yourself a mentor or a coach. I do have a few spots available if you're interested in working with me, so you can keep that in mind. You're going to take the information that you're learning on that clarity. What are the issues? And you're going to set up an action plan with that. And you're going to be able to set up those specific, measurable, attainable, relatable deadlines. And that's going to help you keep your practice. That's going to help you with today of taking a look at what have my resolutions been, or what were my goals or commitments or promises to myself, to my business, to my relationships, to my family, and measure them. You might be like, how? You'll learn how, right? That's your mentor's going to teach you how. Or if you already know how, then you might take it a little bit deeper into, well, I've been doing it here, but this is where I'm feeling stuck. Or I've been doing it here, and this is where I've gotten, but I really want to get here. So it allows you to be able to measure and take it to that next level, because you deserve it. So does your business. So does if you're working for somebody else, so does that business. Why not? If you want to. You don't have to push yourself if you're fine where you're at. It's okay. You can just use this as a learning opportunity or to share with the people that you're working with. It's okay. Take a look at where you're at. If where you're at feels right for you, then that's okay too. You can allow yourself to have some time to rest. That's important to include that. That's an extra. That's a little bonus. So number 6, I've already been really pushing this one and explaining this one to you. Seeking advice from mentors or coaches is totally necessary, or even a therapist, right? Or a psychiatrist if medication is part of your routine. keep your health going, right? And that changes too. As I'm hitting into my 40s, I'm starting to have to look at thyroid, which I never had to before. I'm starting to look at swelling, which I never had to look into before, because my body's not absorbing stuff the way it used to. I'm needing to look into other things I'm not going to mention that happen to ladies as they get older. And the same thing for men, right? There's various issues that come up for men that need to be addressed. And it doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. It means you're coming upon your 5th century in life. Your body is going through some new changes. That's all. So having those supports, your wraparound team, your medical team for your body, your mind team for your mind, your spiritual team for your spirit, have that in place. There's no reason to feel ashamed to need that team. All right. And then last one, guys, you want to stay focused and stay motivated, celebrating yourself, continue to have those dopamine hits, getting hugs, getting attaboy, attagirl, you've got this. And you're like somebody, I don't need that. Then give it to yourself, right? Or have people around you. If you are more somebody who likes to watch other people grow, then bring them along with you. But helping yourself to have that motivation stops procrastination in its tracks. It stops that getting stuck and plateauing in your life. Make sure you have that support. Make sure you're able to have somebody that's outside of you, able to look on and say, hey, are you able to see that going on right now? I think you're missing that. And you might be able to go, I wasn't seeing that, but let's take a look at that. That person is this neutral space to help you grow and thrive. And it's not like there's something wrong with you because you are not able to. I cannot see what's on the back of my head right now. I assume nothing, but somebody behind me would be able to see that. If I'm talking to somebody in my perspective, in my way, my belief, my understanding, all of my life experience, I can't come at it from somebody else's because I don't have that. But if I'm open to their feedback and guidance and teachings, then I can also get that view and perspective. And then it helps me to see from this way. It helps me to see from this way. It also may help me and that other person see from each other's perspective. And that's what I do with couples. And that's what I do with parents and kids. That's what I do with businesses and their staff. So it helps to open up these brand new ways that we didn't know how before. That's all it is. So come at this with a brand new way for the rest of this year. Take a look at what is your new resolution, your new promise, your new commitment for yourself. What's been working, what's been not working, and take them both on. Celebrate the heck out of what's been working. Really create those positive endorphins into your body. So it's like, yeah, I'm loving this. Woo! Even if you feel like you're just being silly. No, seriously, your body's going, yeah, I like this. She says it, your brain's so obedient to you. So take it on and then look at the challenges without judgment. And you know what? Okay, I could totally use some support there. Go for it. Why not? Why not have your life be exactly the way you say it could be, should be? You're in charge of that. All right, you guys. I'm always so proud of you. I love that you're taking a look at this work. Do know that I do have a couple spots available for clients. If you're a business, then I may just have spots available for you because sometimes with business, it's you and a couple of your staff. So jump on it. Jump on it. Jump on it. I'm like, oh, music songs running through my head today. Don't forget also the Chat GPT for March 14th. This Friday, I have a Revive Your Relationship starting with yourself. And the idea is to really think about, am I with the same person, just with a new face over and over again? If so, you definitely want to be there. Am I feeling like there's struggles and conflicts in my relationship that I want to work on and change? You definitely want to be there. If you're like, there's stuff I want to figure out and change the relationship I have with myself, you definitely want to be there. And that's going to be this Friday at 12. All right, you guys, bring it in. Big squishy hugs. These things I'm sharing with you, they are on my Facebook page. So look for the information. Let me know if you have any questions. You can message me, you can DM me, you can text message me. But either way, you take care of you and know that you're loved. And won't you be my neighbor? All right, you guys, you have a fun day and I will talk to you soon. Ciao for now.